to my channel. On today's episode of my channel, I have my dad. I figured I'd bring him on here just to speak on, like, you know, his POV from like a parent perspective in terms of me going into animation and how they navigated that, like, well, him as like one of my parents. So yeah, you can say hi and introduce yourself.
Hi guys, it's Kolani Msomi, Nato's dad. I'm here to invited to her channel. I hope it will be a fruitful and a productive production.
Okay, so first question, when I told you guys that I wanted to pursue animation, what was your initial reaction?
I would say we were not surprised because, as you will remember, that from grade 8 or so, you started to go the route of creative arts, although we did not know really what are we getting in for. So we were really not surprised when you chose that career, because it was something that we supported you in based on the work that we had worked with you from grade 8 up until matric, which was basically grade 12. So it was not a surprise.
Okay, but did you have any doubts?
No, there were no doubts. The only thing that we also, I think it was a journey for all of us, because also us, it's a career that we are not familiar with, and it's not a normal career whereby, you know, during the olden days there used to be police, teaching, nursing, you know, those careers which are mainline, which African people used to follow. So following a unique career was kind of adventurous for even us as parents.
Okay. Were you like disappointed that I like didn't go into, you know, doctor or accounting or anything like that?
No. For me, I do not know about your mom, but for me, I was not disappointed as such. The only thing that we did not know, which I still really do not know, is in terms of how much opportunities are out there for you as an animator. And in terms of you, I can see now with the experience that we had of your 3 years or 2 years on the animation space, you're now in Cape Town, you're paying rent, and although you're not giving us any cent, but we are happy to know that you are progressing in life. You can earn your living, because everybody must earn his living in this planet. So I wouldn't say we are disappointed. We were happy to see that you are becoming successful in your career.
Okay. So remember, I think was it in the first year when I wanted to like drop out. Why did you guys motivate me to stay and continue?
Yeah, you had passed well. I remember you had passed well your first year, but there was a subject that you were scared of, which it was a fear of an unknown, you know, like at the same time also what you wanted to do was sort of a surprise to me, because as I said to you, when I really look at it, I said, this person, I've never seen him, because you wanted to go and do acting, filming, and this person has never even done one production at church to basically at least show that there's an interest in the production space. So it was strongly because of that I actually stood my ground and said, you will have to finish this studies that you have started, because we had already spent a lot of money on this first year studies, and also the experience of knowing that there are a lot of people that goes to medicine, they don't finish it, they start something else, they don't finish it, and all that. So we really wanted, as your parents, to see you going through and finishing your studies of your choices of career that you have chosen.
Okay. So another question, if for any like parents who have children who are also looking into venturing like into animation and being creative, like what would you give them, like the parents, as advice to them, like how to navigate it? What advice would you give it to them?
Are you asking in terms of specific animation or
in terms of animation?
Animation.
Like if someone has a child, they want to be an animator, what would you tell that?
No, I would say they can go for it, because animation mentioned, I can see it's basically get into the different kind of spaces. Marketing, a lot of companies, when they want to demonstrate something, they need the animator. Also career-wise, depending on the opportunities that are there, I believe it's a career that has a lot of opportunities that you can find. So the fear of now most of the parents is that they do not know what their kids are getting into, and also will they make a living out of that. So I can say it's a new way of doing things, and the new ventures, they must just explore and be open-minded about the careers that they are, specifically cartoon animator. They must just release their heart and support the child.
Okay, so in terms of fees, what would you say to parents in terms of that? How can they prepare for that? Because it is like very expensive.
I will basically say with all other career that the learner might want to follow, they just need to make sure that they put the money aside sufficient for it, especially with the ones for private schools like School of Animation, where there is no fees must fall situation, there is no
there's no NSFAS.
So we used to call it TEPSAS. They must just make sure that they actually put the money aside and prepare for the rainy day when their children choose the career that is actually not in the mainline scope whereby they are funding and all that. So it's all about preparing for the future in all aspects. Whether if it's mainline studies, you still need to put money aside, because you really do not know whether the committee of NEFSAS will be there to approve your application or that. So it's basically that.
Okay, so in knowing that I'm like now here at this point, do you feel like you understand my job? Like, do you know what an animator is, what I do, or do you just blindly support?
No, I do understand what the animator is.
Okay, tell us, please.
But I do not know your job description at all. But I know what it has to do with drawing and specifically cartoons and it's all filming also. In the filming space, you can be there. So I know that, but I do not know the specifics in terms of drilling down, because when you work, when someone even wants to know about your projects, you do not want, you say it's secretive and all that.
I can't tell you.
So,
I'm not allowed. So I am legally bound.
Even that legally bound makes us not to be able to understand what they are really doing and what kind of projects that you are working on. So I do understand the legality part of it.
Okay, that's fine. Well, I'm glad that you do know some things, because I think with like a lot of parents it tends to be a thing of, oh, it's just cartoons, but like you never really are exposed to like how animation is like very broad in terms of it's film, it's television, it's marketing, like you said as well, like it's very broad. But do you have time for a bonus question?
Yeah, no, okay, I can take a bonus question, it's fine.
Okay, who is your favorite child and why is it me?
Why is it you? Why are you asking that question like that? Can't you say who's your favorite child?
Because we know it's me.
No, it's not you.
How?
Basically, I love my kids, both of them, the same way. I don't have a special child. I love both of you. Why? I can't say. Just love both of you. Who you've become, what you've up until this far. I can't say much.
Okay, cool. Where can they find you on socials if you want them to follow you?
I'm Olanim Somi on Instagram, and also I think on my I do not know the Instagram one, but I think I'm Olanim Somi also. They can just check, they'll see my photo on there, but I'm Olanim Somi.
Okay, so last words, any advice for the young people, the youth?
The youth, what I can say basically, the youth must just follow their hearts. If you want to explore a career that is unique, follow your heart and make sure that when you do that, it's what you are passionate about and what you are gifted in, because it's important also that you have maybe let me just say at some stage especially for Ncedo, I knew there was something unique about Ncedo in terms of she used to like watching cartoons and all that when she was young, and I couldn't understand it as she was growing with it and continuing watching the cartoon and all that. So when it came to the animation, so it basically became the creative space and all that. It became obvious that I understood why now she's in the space. So I want to say every youth must just follow their passion, and also you must be able to enjoy what you do. That will actually make sure that it's whatever you do, it brings you ching chings, Benjamins, because it's all about Benjamin and all about ching chings. So make sure you do that. All passionate, what you're passionate about, just make sure that it's important that.
Okay, well, thank you for coming to my channel. Hopefully we will see you again.
I'll send you
soon.
an invoice for this production. Thank you very much for inviting me, and next time I'll also be available at any time. I'm your father, can't be invoicing you, I'm just kidding.
Okay guys, well, you know what to do. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I will catch you in my next video.